wish upon a star. Makes no difference who you are. Anyone you'd like to hear will come to you. What's cooking? Remy is. Let's talk about all the characters from Ratatouille. We start with Remy. Rats are no strangers to rejection, but Remy, a rat who longs to be a great chef, has more than the usual obstacles to overcome. His remarkable sense of smell and genius for combining flavors puts him head and shoulders above most human chefs. However, in the rat world, he's resigned to a life of being the poison sniffer, using his unique talent to pick out the safe garbage for his family to eat. When he's not out scrounging around for the few gourmet scraps he can safely get his hands on, he is busy poring over his most prized possession, a battered cookbook by the late, great chef Auguste Gusteau. When circumstances literally drop him in the kitchen of Gusteau's, his idol's world-famous restaurant, Remy finds himself living his dream of cooking in a real kitchen.
Did you know that?
Remy has 1,150,070 hairs on his body. He is ranked 41st in Empire Magazine's 50 Best Animated Movie Characters and makes a cameo as a Rem-E robot in the movie WALL-E, and was voiced by the famous comedian Patton Oswalt.
Now you know.
Meet Emile. Emile, Remy's little brother, but remember, size matters not, is a rat's rat, a little overweight and good-natured. He's a lover of life and all things edible and inedible. He doesn't understand the finer points of his brother's obsession with food, but he is always ready to support Remy on one of his harebrained errands or to cheer him up when he's feeling low. His bottomless appetite and appreciation make him the perfect audience for Remy's culinary delights. Meet Django. Remy's father, Django, is the patriarch of the rat clan. Django expects his oldest son, Remy, to one day take over the responsibilities of leading and providing for the extended rat family. He is frustrated by his son's finickiness and reluctance to eat perfectly good garbage. To Django, it's clear that humans equal death, and that a restaurant kitchen is no place for Remy to be hanging around, not to mention cooking in. Here is the spirit of Auguste Gusteau. The late Auguste Gusteau, France's greatest all-time culinary genius, is the author of Anyone Can Cook, the cookbook that inspired Remy to dream of becoming a chef. Gusteau died mysteriously soon after his restaurant was downgraded from 5 stars to 4 stars by the food critic Anton Ego. But his spirit lives on in his recipes and Remy's imagination. The great chef is a recurring figure as Remy's imaginary soulmate and counselor. This is Colette. Colette is the toughest chef and the only woman in the kitchen at Gusteau's. Her grit, talent, and intimidating air have taken her far, but years of climbing the ladder in the male-dominated world of haute cuisine have made her wary and self-contained. At first, she's exasperated at being assigned to babysit Linguini as he begins his trial period as a chef. But as time passes, Linguini's vulnerability and innocence begin to win her over. Now here is Alfredo Linguini. Linguini, a timid and well-meaning young man, is the new garbage boy at Gusteau's. After a series of ill-fated jobs, Linguini is desperate to hold on to this one, which he sees as his last hope. A chance encounter with Remy thrusts Linguini into a highly unusual ghost-cooking relationship in which Linguini provides the gangly brawn for Remy's culinary brains. As Remy's food attracts more and more attention, the pair is subjected to increasingly intense scrutiny. For Linguini, the opportunity to spend time around his new mentor, Colette, makes all the stress manageable. Barely. It turns out there is more to Linguini than meets the eye. Unknown even to him, he is the son of the late Auguste Gusteau and the true owner of Gusteau's.
Did you know that?
Linguini's name is based on Italian food. Alfredo is a type of cream sauce used in pasta dishes, and linguine is a type of pasta. And he wears the Incredibles underwear. I don't know if you could see it clearly. Here is Skinner. Skinner, whose modest physical stature belies a domineering personality, is the chef in charge at Gusteau's. Once the sous chef to Gusteau himself, Skinner assumed control of the restaurant and business when the great chef died without an heir. He does not like to be questioned and will stop at nothing to make sure he stays in charge of the restaurant. Now, here is Anton Ego. Anton Ego, the most powerful food critic in Paris, can make or break a restaurant with a single review. The sight of his colorless, unsmiling face strikes fear into the hearts of even the most successful of culinary celebrities. Chefs have become so afraid of displeasing the Grim Eater, as he is commonly known, that no one dares to change a menu without his blessing. Ego has grown accustomed to this power over the years, and by now regards it as his due. And those are all the Ratatouille characters. Join me next time, and we'll go on a rescue mission and explain all the characters from The Rescuers, including 2 of them from the film sequel, The Rescuers Down Under.